got the running live.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of LJ's Garage. Today we want to talk about the Kia Boys. If you for some reason have been hiding under a rock and you haven't heard anything about the Kia Boys, well,
that car ended up crashed and totaled. This is the replacement. A thief can just break away the lower portion of the steering column, exposing a slot, and the end of a USB cable fits perfectly into that slot. They can just use it like a key.
It is pretty sad. It is horrible. And the worst part is most of these cars are only stolen just to be, a short little joyride. And it's an inconvenience to someone. Their car eventually is found. But at the worst case, your car is stolen, you never get it back, and now you have no car, you got to deal with the whole insurance thing. And the insurance companies are tired of hearing about Hyundai Kia. So that means that people are stealing Kia Souls and Trackhawks and Charger Hellcats and Kia Fortes at almost the same rate, which is crazy. I'm not saying that the Kia Soul is not awesome, because I actually kind of like the Kia Soul. But to steal someone's Kia, Hyundai, and a lot of these cars that are stolen are the ones that have no push to start. It's just a traditional key. So, which means that people are already in a situation and they're not buying the latest, greatest, newest, and their cars are being stolen. It's just a big inconvenience for everyone. The police are tired of it. TikTok's tired of it. They're trying to suppress the videos, but you can't really stop what's on the internet from becoming a viral hit if that's what it's determined to be. So the reason for this, let's backtrack a little bit. Back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, a lot of those cars were just a regular key. We didn't have electronic immobilizers, and nowadays a lot of cars have a chip in the key that actually communicates with another chip that's in the steering wheel column, and that allows the electric signal to be passed through. If you don't have the electric signal, the car will not start. That's step one. The other thing is most cars are now built with a steering wheel lock built into the column itself. Kias don't all have that. And it is a cost-saving thing for Kia and Hyundai, which they've tried to do everything they can to make everything right by giving, column locks, those yellow ones, the old school ones, to police departments. The dealerships are trying to offer, as low cost as possible options to implement immobilizers. They've even got some Bluetooth kill switches that they're trying to do. So it's being worked, it's being figured out. But in the meantime, your cars are still being stolen, and there's really nothing anyone can do to kind of slow this trend down other than just not watch videos about it, which I know it's like this video is a Kia Boys video, but at the same time, there's so many Fox News and channel ABC, I don't know, I don't watch the news, whatever stations, they're doing all sorts of reports and coverages. There's even documentaries out now. So with that all being said, it's kind of hard to not talk about the topic to give attention to it, but I'm kind of guilty of that and I'm aware. So in a quick little nutshell, what's happening and why it's so easy is once they've broken into the car, which is still typical, you're breaking a window or you're using any of those tools that are available to people who do those things to get inside the car. And once you're in the car, all they're doing is, because the steering column has all plastic around it, it's super easy to just break the clips with your body weight, and now they're exposed to the ignition cylinder. Normally you put your key in, start the car, but what they're doing is they're just taking a screwdriver and they're ripping that ignition cylinder out of there. So now you've taken out all of the security that's in that car. So for most other cars, you would need to hotwire, you would need to have special tools. You don't need any of those for this. A screwdriver and a USB cable is all you need. We all keep USB cables in our cars, and it's just the square end that fits perfectly on the key. Turn, boom, car starts. It sucks that it's that easy, right? And I would love to say that I've given people the answers to steal these things, but I didn't. It shouldn't be that easy. There should be so many steps, but it's just that easy. Hopefully, Kia and Hyundai have learned a lesson, and they've gotten this far because most cars in the early 2000s switched over to using, key fobs and everything with a actual chip in there, but they just kind of went along with the assumption that most people are doing it, and so Kia's like, hey, we don't actually do it. Nobody ever really dug into it because car thefts over the last probably 10 years have just kind of been at a decline, other than Hellcats, Chargers, Challengers, those types. It is just what it is. It's unfortunate. And for those of you that have had your car stolen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that this internet sensation hasn't died down and people have moved on to different, better things like watching cooking videos like I do. So my heart goes out to you. Hopefully, Kia and Hyundai, after doing their rebranding that they fought so hard for, are able to fix this situation, make it right, and move forward and go on to better things. I like Kia and Hyundai as a company, and I do understand why they cut corners and costs on this, because it's just assumed that most cars have this protection, so people weren't stealing these cars. But when you show how easy it is, it makes it appealing to criminals. And not just criminals, but now teenagers who do these things for clout. The internet is a place to make money, and so getting popularity in one way, shape, or form could potentially be life-changing. Unfortunately, I wouldn't want to do that for the sake of, inconveniencing someone or taking something that isn't mine, but we all are not built the same. With all that being said, thank you guys for checking out this video. This is just a quick one to talk about the situation. I feel like that's kind of what I do here. It's a little bit of news, a little bit of reviews, a little bit of it all. So if you're new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.